Hello students, let's consider the example based on the Butterworth filter approximation. Let's say the numerical carries the statements like, I will just write down the question over here. Design a second order digital Butterworth filter with cutoff frequency, that is CF is equal to 1 kilohertz. So let me write it here. So CF, that is cutoff frequency, is equal to 1 kilohertz, and sampling frequency, let's say Fs, is equal to 10 raised to 4 samples per second. So I am just writing it in a short, samples per second, that is what the sampling frequency, and use BLT, that is bilinear transformation, to solve this particular numerical. So in this numerical, actually what is happening, the specification of the digital filter are not given directly. So what is our job here? We require the design specification for the digital filter. Therefore, for the Butterworth filter approximation, we need to convert this specification into the analog filter specification first of all, and then by application of the Butterworth transformation or the bilinear transformation, we need to convert it into the H of Z. So first of all, let's see what exactly the data given. So second order filter means obviously capital N is directly given. It is nothing but N equal to 2. Now it is given that the cutoff frequency of the analog filter, that is, since it is the cutoff frequency and the filter is given, that is analog one, because it is not directly the digital quantities which we expected. So this is nothing but the analog frequencies cutoff frequency, analog cutoff frequency, so that is Fc. So Fc is equal to 1 kilohertz, so it is nothing but 1000 hertz in short. Similarly, the Fs is given here, sampling frequency, that is 10 raised to 4, means again it is nothing but 10,000 hertz. So it is in 10 raised to 4 samples per second, means in hertz, obviously it is nothing but 10 raised to 4 means 10,000 hertz. Now for getting actually the frequency which we expected, that is cycles per sample, so it can be simply calculated with the help of F is equal to F by Fs. So what is this F? Since we are interested in calculating the Fc, that is cutoff frequency, so Fc will be equal to what? F, that is which is provided as a 1000 hertz, divided by Fc, that is 10,000. So it will be nothing but 0.1 cycles per sample. So this is nothing but the Fc which we expected, but this is not the cutoff frequency which we are expecting. So we are in a need for the omega c, that is the angular frequency. So omega c is nothing but 2 pi Fc. So here 2 pi into 0.1, that is what the value. So it is nothing but 0.2 pi radians per sample. This is what we need. So it is 2 pi radians per sample. Now once we calculate the omega c, now our job is quite simplified over here, because once we got omega c, by the application of the BLT we can simply calculate the ohm c. So how to calculate the ohm c? Just try to recall. Ohm is nothing but 2 by Ts tan omega by 2, that is what the ohm. Now if I want to calculate ohm c, I will just write here ohm c is equal to 2 by Ts tan omega c by 2. Now by putting the value of omega c over here and Ts, what is the value of Ts? It is 1 upon Fs. It means Ts can be calculated here as a 1 upon Fs. So 1 upon 10,000. So obviously it is nothing but the value which we expected, that we need to put over here as a value of Ts. So one may write 1 upon Ts means same which we started with, that is 10,000. Okay, so this value can be written over here. So this is what we can do. So 1 upon Ts, or directly whatever the value we are having, that is of Fs, directly it is multiplied over here. So this will be nothing but 2 into 10,000 into 10.2 pi by 2. So obviously this is giving the value, that is nothing but 6498.39. what is it? The unit will be obviously radians per second, and that is how Ohm C is calculated. Now once we got the Ohm C, now the next step is to calculate the poles. So for calculating the poles, let's recall the formula. What is it? Pk is equal to plus or minus Ohm C e raised to j 2k plus n plus 1 into pi by 2n, where k is ranging from 0, 1 till n minus 1. Now for our case, n is 2 because it is the second order filter which we are designing. So it is capital N equal to 2. It means there will be the presence of only 2 poles, or totally actually it is 4 poles. So k equal to 0 and 1. Only these two cases will be valid since n is 2. So let's calculate first pole. Let's say k equal to 0 means P0 will be calculated. So for calculating the P0, plus or minus Ohm C, that is the value which we calculated earlier, 6498.39 e raised to j, what is 2k? So 2 into 0, that is 0. So this n will be, for this case it is 2. So 2 plus 1, it will be 3. So 3 pi by 2 into n means it is 2 into 2, that is 4. So this will be 3 pi by 4 for the first case. So by solving it, let's say it is nothing but plus or minus 6498.39. so this can be written like cos 3 pi by 4 plus j sin 3 pi by 4. This is what the P0. Now the next value which we can calculate is P1. So for calculating the P1, we can further simplify it. So this is actually by solving, let me write the answer directly. So P0 will be actually the conjugate value, or this, let's solve it. Okay, that is fine. So this will be nothing but 6, first time it will be positive value, so 0.39. What is cos 3 pi by 4? It is nothing but minus 0.707 plus j 0.707, and the second value will be what? Minus 6498.39, because it is plus or minus. So we will consider the plus first of all, then let's say the minus. So the next value is, again it is same. So on solving this, we will be getting the value for P0. The first value will be what? The very first value for the P0 will be nothing but minus 4595.05 plus j 4595.05, and the second value is nothing but 4595.05 minus j 4595.05. So these are the two poles available. Similarly, we can calculate it for the second pole also. So for the second pole calculation, it will be nothing but with the P1. So this is what the first pole which we calculated, or the pair of first pole, Let's calculate it for the second pole. So for second pole, the value of K will be nothing but K equal to 1. So this is what we expected. So K is equal to 1. So for K equal to 1, it will be P1 equal to plus or minus ohm C e raised to j 2K, means it is 2 plus n is nothing but, actually here it is 2, which is already given in the statement. So n will be 2. So overall it will become 5 pi by 4. Okay, because pi by 2n will be multiplied by 2k plus n plus 1. So this is how it will be for the P1. So for P1, again by putting the ohm C and by solving it, let's do it. So it will be first value, let me consider the first value 6498.39. So cos 5 pi by 4 is nothing but minus 0.707 plus j sin 5 pi by 4. This is what the first value. Second value for this P1 will be negative term to this, because it is minus over here. So for plus we have considered this value, for negative again put the ohm C. This is same. Oh, this is actually giving the value minus 0.707 j. Okay, this term. So let me write it directly in the second equation. Okay, so this is how it can be solved. So for the second term, after solving it, the P1 will become, in a simplified way, minus 4595.05 plus j 4595.05, and the second term, that is nothing but what, 4595.05 plus j 4595.05. Now if we look at this poles and the poles for the earlier case, here the poles, these are the poles lying in the second quadrant. So it means it is on the left hand side. So that's why this first pole will be considered. This second pole, which is plus plus, means obviously it is in the fourth quadrant. So this pole will be neglected due to the concept, whatever the pole we decide for the stability, it must be lying to the left hand side of S plane, and these are the poles with respect to the analog filter consideration right now. So that's why these are not lying either in a second or the third quadrant. So these second pole, this one is actually lying in the fourth quadrant. That's why this second should be neglected. So this second is neglected. Similarly, in the earlier case which we discussed for P0, for P0 actually the values which we got are this one, and the second value is nothing but 4595.05 minus j 4595.05. So from this one also, this first is considered and the second is neglected. Why? Because it is in the fourth quadrant. This is actually in the first quadrant, and this one is in the fourth quadrant. That is why these two poles are neglected. Okay, because of their coefficients, we can just observe here, this is plus, this is plus, so obviously it is lying in the first quadrant, so it will be neglected. Similarly, here it is plus minus, so it is lying in the fourth quadrant, so this is also neglected. So this stability is already we have considered. So out of these two poles, only the stable poles or the poles which are deciding the stability are to be considered. So this 2 will be considered for the writing of h of s. So for writing of h of s, I will just write down here, but how exactly these two poles look like. This first is actually, this is minus, let me just correct it, this is minus and this is plus. Okay, so by looking at these two terms, it is quite obvious that if I say this as a S1, so this will become the S1 star. Why? Because it is nothing but the conjugate of this particular pole. No, so for this, so we can just write down it in terms of the H of S. So H of S will be nothing but ohm C raised to n divided by S minus S1, since the poles which we got are the conjugate of each other, so directly we can write it like this. Now once we got this, just put the values. So ohm C is what, which we calculated, that is 6498.39, its square because order of the filter is 2. Now S minus S1, so this, let's assume that this is nothing but actually the S1, this is nothing but the S1, so this is what S1. Similarly, this is nothing but S1 star, so this is S1 star. So just put the same values here, S minus S1 and S1 minus S1 star. So after putting these values, we will get the H of S. So in the given H of S, okay, in the given H of S, if we want to solve it further with the help of the BLT, it is quite simpler. Just replace S, everywhere S will be replaced by 2 by Ts, Z minus 1 by Z plus 1, and that is nothing but actually the replacement of H of S to H of Z. So by solving it, the final value will be somewhat, for H of S, let me write the H of S final value will be like 6498.39 square divided by S square plus 9190.1 S plus 42.22 into 10 raised to 6. This is what H of S. Now after that, since it is asked in the example that go for the BLT, that's why wherever the S is provided, it will be replaced by 2 by Ts, Z minus 1 by Z plus 1. So from this, the H of Z can be written as a, let me write it here so that it will be well accomplished. So H of Z can be written as, finally by putting the value, so it will be 6498.39 square. There will not be any replacement, at least at the numerator part, but at the denominator it will be definitely replaced. So S, that is 2 by Ts, Ts is what, 1 upon Fs, so 2 into 10 raised to 4, Z minus 1 by Z plus 1 square. This is how S square is completed, plus, okay, this is how S square is completed, plus 9190.1 into, again 2 into 10 raised to 4, okay, let's write it here, into Z minus 1 by Z plus 1 this is what S, plus this entire term, next term will be as it is, 42.22 into 10 raised to 6. So this is how the answer for H of Z will be done, and that is what all about the simple example to solve the numerical based on the Butterworth filter approximation. But the point to be noted over here is this particular concept, which poles we need to discard, that should be decided properly. So here we have selected S1 and S1 star. This pole is neglected because it is lying in the first quadrant, which is not at all suitable for the stable filter. So for the stability of the filter, already we discussed it while studying the BLT method. So in the second pole configurations, we selected this pole because it is lying in third quadrant, sorry, in the second quadrant, and this one in the third quadrant. So these two quadrant poles will be selected because these are mapping inside the unit circle. So if the poles are mapping inside the unit circle, then obviously that particular filter will be the stable filter. So thank you everyone, thank you very much.